Hi guys, welcome to another video. I'm Nature Guy X46 and in this video we are looking at cryptids. Do me a favor if you enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up and now let's jump into it. So according to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, a cryptid is an animal that has been claimed to exist but never proven to exist. Cryptozoology is the study of animals that are rumored to exist. There have been cryptids who have been proven to be real. So meaning at one time that they were legends or thought not to be real, but were proven to be real. These animals include the Komodo dragons, the platypus, okapi, gorillas, and manatee. And the giant squid were all thought to be legends, but we know now that they're real. So let's talk about other cryptids. So one of these animals is an actual animal that has gone extinct. It went extinct in 1936, but the kicker is there have been sightings ever since. Now, like I said, there have been sightings of this animal, so it may or may not be extinct in the wild after all. However, nobody's been able to find actual Tasmanian wolves. The Loch Ness Monster is another cryptid. I don't have a model of what that animal may look like. I apologize for that. I haven't learned how to add pictures into my videos yet. So it's claimed to be a large marine reptile, and the first written claims were made in the year 565 AD. But there are stories that go back even further. And despite many searches, it has never been actually proven. So being someone with a science background, these are my thoughts, and just my thoughts. Reptiles need air. So Nessie would need to surface for air. So therefore, why don't we have more sightings of her? Or it? With sightings going back to at least 565 AD, why? Oh, sorry, not why. There has to be a breeding population or it's a ghost. The animal would need a food source in enough numbers to sustain it, which, by the way, the Loch Ness covers over 700 square miles, so there should be plenty of food for it. Ebu Gogo, which I, again, don't have a picture of, I apologize. It is reported to live on the island of Flores in the Pacific Ocean, which is a part of Indonesia. It is said to steal children. In 2003, scientists discovered the remains of a new hominid species called Homo florensis. I hope I pronounced that right. In caves on the island. They may have lived along Homo sapiens around the year 12,000 years ago. It stood 3 foot tall, and could this cousin of ours still exist? Who knows? Standing in for Bigfoot today, we have Mr. Yeti. Or Yeti. This is probably the most famous of all cryptids next to Nessie. It is 7 to 10 feet tall and bipedal, which means it has 2 legs that it walks on. It's quite possibly that this creature is Gigantopithecus, which is an extinct ape. It might have weighed up to 660 pounds, and based on the teeth, it's believed to be a herbivore. This ape went extinct over 300,000 years ago. Scientists believe it is closely related to another animal that is alive and well on this planet so far, and that is the orangutan. Sightings of this creature go back centuries. Also, my thoughts on this one. This animal would need enough space and mileage to live. So, a male orangutan needs 15 square miles in order to survive. This is its territory, which overlaps with females. So, I'm drawing on a little bit of knowledge about orangutans to sort of fill in some blanks there. If they do have a vegetable diet, they need a large enough area to get food because potentially not all plants that live in its habitat are edible. They have to have a large enough population to allow for genetic diversity and a large enough area to allow them to move around and set up new territories. I like to think that there is room for another large mammal in North America, but I worry about its discovery because I fear they would be locked away in zoos, hunted, or left alone to live their best, or not left alone to live their best lives, if they are real. Now, when I say I don't want to see them locked up in zoos, I do believe that zoos are a well-needed part of our science. I lost my train of thought. Zoos provide a very real service in that they help to preserve species. So, yes, that's that. So, another one that I want to talk about is the Rougarou. And hopefully I pronounced that right. This cryptid comes out of Louisiana, and it's a werewolf. Now, I have no clue what this might be. I know sometimes we hear things and our imagination just runs with it, but I truly do not know how a werewolf is possible. Is it a tactic to scare kids, a supernatural entity, or a combination of animal sounds and shadows? That being said, there are werewolf legends in Michigan and in Utah. Chupacabra. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. Many of the pictures that I've seen claiming to be this creature have been easily debunked. Most have been a dog or a coyote with mange. Not saying that all claims are based on this misidentification, but the human imagination is very strong. Dragons. So, if you are a person that lived during the Dark Ages and you found a dinosaur bone, you're going to come up with a story to try to explain what that might be. And giants and dragons seem to spring from that legend, or from those dinosaur bones that were found. Finally, we come to Yeti. And the Yeti is a lot like Bigfoot. However, it is heavier, supposedly, and shorter. But with a little difference in maybe hair color, although, again, it looks like it very well could be Gigantopithecus. Modern sightings date back to 1921. However, its legend goes back into years before Christ. Is the Yeti a scare tactic to be used on kids? Or is there another ape in the waiting to be discovered? There are two animals that I want to talk about. I don't have a written up thing, but so I'll just mention them. The first one is the giant sloth. There is a legend in Brazil about a giant sloth-like creature that seems to live in the rainforest and has been known to attack people. I know this is not a great white shark. Certainly Megalon would look a lot like a great white shark, but some people honestly believe that Megalon is real and supposedly have caught pictures. I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay, viewers, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and click that notification bell so you know when my next video is coming out. Or when it's been posted, too. Don't forget to share this with your friends if you enjoyed it. And goodbye.